This is for baby armies, Western media who can't be bothered to research about BTS, for anyone who is new to K-pop and BTS, especially those that didn't come from Asia. Here are 10 things you should know about BTS. Number one, they don't just co-create their own music and their own art. They are actually the biggest contributors to each. There is so much emphasis given to their co-creators, co-producers, and co-writers. These collaborators deserve to be recognized, but there is a clear disparity on how co-creators of Western artists are given attention and how co-creators of BTS are highlighted. You don't really hear much about who co-created songs by Beyonce or Rihanna or even Eminem. But when it comes to BTS, they are always highlighted, especially if they come from the West. Many times, their co-creators are written up as if they made a bigger contribution than they actually did. BTS, most often RM, actually talk about the process of how each song was created after they release an album. There, he talks about what the song is about, the intention of the song, production processes, and even the collaborators.
를 빼고 한 80%에서 90% 정도 거의 대부분의 가사를 제가 쓰게.
If you are really interested in understanding BTS's songs and creative processes, hear it from BTS and not from anyone else. Number two, the global press conference was an effort to focus on their music and creative processes. Since BTS is a boy band, their looks, dance moves, fashion, and overall physical and even sexual appeal, they are written up about so much. And then when they do US press junkets, they usually get asked the same questions over and over again. The other most popular topic about BTS is the devotion of their fandom called ARMY. There is less emphasis on the creative processes, messages, and substance of their art. In the global press conferences, questions they choose are highly focused on their creative processes, inspirations, messages, substance, and overall artistic inquiries of their work. This gives BTS the opportunity to talk about their artistry rather than things that are not directly connected to their music and their art.
그리고 저의 운명으로서 나아가겠다는 이고가 합쳐.
그럴 때마다 내면의 그림자 점점 더 커지고 또 뭐랄까 우리들의 이야기라는 표현이 더 적합한 것 같아요.
못하는 상황이다 보니까 앞으로 이 여행에 대한
So again, if you want to understand BTS, watch their global press conferences. Number three, they set directions and make the final decisions on their schedule. Many Korean management companies are criticized for overworking their artists, and many artists talk about this. BTS makes the final decision on their schedule. They have repeatedly talked about their schedule and in the process made it clear they make the final decision. It was their decision not to promote longer in music shows because they see no benefit and they could not sustain the kind of schedule they used to when they were rookies. They were also the ones who made the final decision to go on an extended break back in 2018, the year they were making waves in the US. It is an uncommon move and to many a fatal one as it could help their momentum. However, they needed and wanted a break. They told their agency they were going on a break, and that is that. Number four, they give their solo works for free. BTS is known for always doing their work as a group. While members of other groups accept brand endorsements and other projects for individual members, BTS is famous for doing almost everything as a group. It doesn't mean, though, that they are not free to do solo work. In fact, all of them have released solo projects. They just don't make money from them, at least not directly. They give away their songs for free. That's why all their solo albums have been dubbed a mixtape. They do prepare each like a full production. They have music videos, but they don't prepare or they don't promote in traditional media, and they don't do solo performances on TV shows. They've also given away personally curated gifts to armies, personally handwritten notes, and other contents they created on their own volition to their fans. This includes YouTube videos, song covers, and others. Number 5, they are all successful individually, even when their works are actually not promoted. Each of them have released their own solo music and each is successful. This is despite the lack of promotion outside of the music videos for the ones who have released actual mixtapes. Number 6, their biggest musical influences are Korean. They have been very open about Western artists that influence their music, but they are a minority compared to the Korean artists that influence them. Unfortunately, Western media would always just focus on their Western influences. But they are also influenced by many sounds and music from around the world, not just America. Still, their art is grounded on Korean culture and Korean sensibilities. Many of the elements of their music are strange to the West precisely because they are Korean, despite Western media focusing on Western artists that they admire. Their biggest influences are still Koreans. Number 7, they constantly defy commercial trends. Many Western critics call out K-pop for sounding the same. They probably haven't heard the full catalog of BTS. BTS constantly defy commercial trends. They constantly come out with singles that are not mainstream sounding, from Blood, Sweat and Tears to Fake Love to Black Swan to Super Tuna and many others. If you really want to understand how prolific BTS's sound is, listen to their entire catalog. Number 8. Although rapping is an important part of many of their songs, it is not their main genre. Neither is pop. They have grown and matured as artists. That meant broadening their sound, lyrics, message, ideas, and overall artistry. Many of their songs not only mash up genres, they combine different instruments and sounds and melodies and sensibilities from different cultures. This is the primary reason RM decided to drop Rap Monster. He didn't feel like it actually fully encompasses who he is as a musician. Number 9, they have actual creative and business control over their own brand and catalog. In the US, artists would have different partnerships with different companies. Each company specializes in certain aspects of the business: licensing, distribution, live show, endorsement deals, and others. In Asia, management companies control every aspect that comes out of their artist's brand, but Big Hit and BTS take this to another level. They also actually co-create products and projects created based on their brand. BT21 Universe Story is an example. They created the characters, the character outline, the narrative of each story, and they have done this with many other products that came out of their catalog or their own brand. Number 10, ARMY's devotion to them is not one way. They are just as devoted to ARMYs. There are a lot of idols and artists who always say that they love their fans. But BTS don't just say it, they actually show it. And no, it's not just by delivering the best music videos or coming up with the best songs. They actually go the extra mile. Just like friends or family, they show this by using different love languages: quality time, acts of service, words of affirmation, and gifts. Even when they're supposed to be resting, or even when they are in the middle of a tour or preparing for a concert or an album, they go online to talk to their fans. Take note, talk, not just post photos or videos. They reply to posts of ARMYs. They respond to questions, ask questions in return, and actually wait for an answer. They choose to go online to celebrate victories instead of attending parties. They actually look at the artistic work of ARMYs and comment on them. They listen to songs ARMYs create. They read about what ARMYs do at school, listen to their struggles, family, friends, and they provide advice if asked. They validate their feelings and make ARMYs feel they listen to as many ARMYs as they can. And yes, they actually do perform acts of service. And no, this is not just fan service or they do things just because fans like it. They actually go out of their way to try and accommodate requests of ARMYs. This could mean posting videos about things ARMY wants to see, covering songs they requested, dressing up in clothes ARMYs requested, and others. They give gifts, first in the form of music and other art, and they also created a global art show that was displayed for free. They create songs and give it away for free. They also give material gifts. Suga used to give ARMYs who attend their fan events during his birthday. When the fandom became too big, he just donated charity in the name of ARMYs. No one has come close to the way BTS has manifested their love to ARMYs. They don't just say it, and they don't stop by providing quality music. They go beyond those. Yes, artists have no obligation to do all these things for their fans. Absolutely none. And that is precisely why you know their love for their fans is true. They don't have to do it. And yet they willingly do. Over and over and over again.